Hey everyone, just saw Lisa Frankenstein, and I have mixed feelings on the movie, which really sucks because I was really looking forward to this one. Just certain things fell flat for me in the story. Um, Quick synopsis of the plot, though, takes place in the late 1980s. You have our main character, Lisa, who's had something very tragic happen to her in the past and has caused her to become an outcast. Her she has a new family because her father remarried. Her stepsister is very supportive of her and is also the most popular girl in high school. I think she's like the head cheerleader. But she has a stepmother who is very wicked, very rude to her, very judgmental all the time of Lisa. And the dad is just a very kind of weak father and doesn't really do much. But Lisa is in love with a character who's been dead for 200 years, and she would always visit his grave, do poems and stuff like that. I think she would even draw his tombstone. And one day, lightning strikes. The dude comes alive and finds her, and the two characters get into like some shenanigans. He's like a Frankenstein monster, missing parts and missing a hand, an ear, and everything. The one thing that let me get to the positive first. I think the acting was great. Everybody did their character good. It's a very campy movie, by the way. The characters are like super stereotypical 1980s high schoolers that you see in every 80s movie, or hell, even some 90s movies. You have the popular kid, cheerleader, outcast. There's a nerdy character in here too, and yeah, it's fun camp. But my thing is, if you're gonna go that route, have the campiness. You need to up it by 10. And in my opinion, an R rating for this movie would have made it better. And if they would have just focused on kind of the shenanigans of the Frankenstein monster and Lisa, her trying to hide him from people. There is murder in here, and that's why I believe the movie was at its best. Just kind of like this craziness. Because a dude just came back to life. There needs to be just absolute chaos, in my opinion. The one major thing. Actually, hold on. Let me stick with the positives first. The directing was okay. It was directed by Zelda Williams, and I feel like she did good. The cinematography was really good too. A lot of shots in here were very, very pretty. One that comes to mind was in the beginning when Lisa was kind of leaving this party. The kind of clouds were forming around her. It was a really cool shot. And well, yeah. I'll get to the negative now, I guess. They tried to bring a love triangle into the story, and I think that's what ruined everything. That was like the lowest point. And that love triangle brought certain scenes which made the movie boring. And you take that out, this movie becomes better. And it was stupid. The love triangle was stupid, and in my opinion, it didn't go anywhere in the first place. So why have it in there? Yeah. The other negative thing is they didn't go too far. They didn't go too far on the murdering. This is not going to be like, you're not going to become Edward Scissorhands, and I feel like they were trying to kind of go that route. It was never going to happen. They should have just went their own way. Would have went to just focus on the violence. I mean, come on, this is Frankenstein. You gotta do a little bit of the horror. And there was at one point, their very first murder. I thought they were going to go. I thought they were going to go there. And I was like, hell yeah. You got, a body part flying off. I'm like, okay, I'm into it now. I'm into this movie now. But after that, it just kind of stopped for a second. And I think there was like two other murders, and that was it. And that was the most exciting part of the movie, was the idea of like, oh my gosh, they are going to do this. Are they going to get caught? Like, how far are they willing to go? And that was it, though. That's what kept the movie up for me. So, and again, it wasn't a bad movie. I think other people may like, hell, they might like the love triangle. I don't know. I didn't. They might like the slower parts of the movie. I didn't. Um, but there was potential for this movie. And so overall, I will give this movie a 6 out of 10. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It could have been better. And that's the sad part. So yeah, that's my rating. 6 out of 10. You might like it. I don't know. So anyways, I'll see you guys next time.